Shalom family trendsetter. I'm driving, so you will hear some noise in the background. Please bear with me. As well as I do have a tendency to struggle for words when I speak. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about a situation that occurred close to home, as far as I'm concerned anyway, Oxon Hill, Maryland. I live in the Maryland area, maybe 35 minutes away from Oxon Hill. And it's reported that a man was stabbed and killed in a Popeye's restaurant over a fucking chicken sandwich. Over a fucking chicken sandwich. And I have to stress that, because that's the only way sometimes you can get our people attention, when you use vulgarity, when you speak their language. Now, I've made videos in the past, right? Maybe as late as maybe a couple months, 2-3 months ago, telling y'all to stay away from this chicken sandwich, because there's something about this sandwich that's causing our people to lose our minds. Now, the backstory briefly, I really don't know the backstory, but basically what they're saying is that there was a long line, as usual, for this chicken sandwich. Apparently somebody skipped the line or jumped the line, and a fight broke out. And this one individual, I don't know if he was the one that skipped the line or jumped the line, I don't know how he became the victim, but he was stabbed to death. So, the question I have to ask you, cornal people. Cornality means that y'all just so basic. Y'all just deal with things of the world. Y'all don't have any kind of spirituality discernment inside of y'all, because y'all so caught up with social media, sports, entertainment. So much so now, y'all are just clueless about the writing that's on the wall. Now notice, as soon as Popeyes came back with this chicken sandwich Sunday, today is Tuesday. Well, how many days later? 48 hours later, maybe 72 hours later, you see someone being succumbed to this witchcraft that they're presenting in our community. When I say witchcraft, because see, you got to understand something, family. We as a society, black people, right? They hate us. They're targeting the black community first and foremost with drugs in our community. Then they have liquor store. Then they have the fucking church, Christian church, that's also destroying our people, because see, they tell you in the Christian church to turn the other cheek and love your enemy, and they encourage you every Sunday to come and bring your money, your tithes and offering, I guess to pay for blessing or salvation. I don't know which one. You know what I'm saying? These agents of the devil I refer to as the pastors. And then now they have these Popeye restaurants all over our community, and they bring in these fucking sandwiches that I believe have witchcraft in it, portion. They even have a chicken tender where the sauce is referred to as the voodoo sauce. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with this picture. Like, y'all don't see nothing wrong with this situation. Like, how is it that our people are fighting and killing each other over a fucking $4.99 chicken sandwich? Now, I understand the price might be reasonable for this kind of sandwich that you're getting, the amount of meat you're getting, but listen, it's not that serious. Actually, it is that serious. You know what I'm saying? We are being destroyed from within. These devils have literally spent fucking decades studying us, studying our eating habits, studying how we look at life. That's why it's so easy for them to target us. Even in our community, you see people buying tennis shoes, sneakers. Some people call it sneakers, tennis shoes for $200-$300. You know what I'm saying? A tennis shoe that is made in China for less than fucking $5 in the sweatshops in China. And because it has a name on it, and what they do, family, I know it is hard for y'all to understand and grasp what I'm saying. They put witchcraft on a lot of these clothing that y'all are going crazy over. Michael Kors and Air Jordans and all these different, I don't even keep up with the name brand shit, because I'm not into that shit no more. You know what I mean? And they put a fucking label on it. They put witchcraft on this shit, and then y'all are bewitched, right? They cast a spell over y'all to go and purchase these items. And every fucking month you have to change your tennis shoes, because every month or two they come up with a new tennis shoe. Even the iPhones, all these different iPhone 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 10 and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all just don't get it. And the reason why y'all easily influenced by these devils is because Y'all have turned away from y'all creator, whoever he or she or it is. I don't know who God is, right? Quote unquote God, because I don't deal with the word God, because God is Satan. Your creator. We don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Now I know in the Bible, there's a lot of contradiction and shit, a lot of allegories, because I believe the white man wrote the Bible too. However, I believe that the Most High actually used the white man to make sure his law, statutes, and commandments is presented in this book, because this book is the hottest selling book throughout any book, throughout the whole world. That book is, everybody wants a Bible. And I believe the Most High is going to use this book that the white man wrote, and he's going to put his information in there. And because a lot of y'all are carnal, right, materialistic, y'all don't have spirituality in you for you to have a discerning spirit to see when the Most High is speaking to you. And he tell us Hebrew Israelites, we are the chosen people. We are the true children of Israel, the descendant of the transatlantic slave trade. If you don't believe me, read Deuteronomy chapter 28 from the 15th verse to the 68th verse. It tells you that the children of Israel a curse was going to be put upon them. And if you read the curse, it tells you also that the children of Israel was going to go into slavery on ships. Okay? The Jewish people never been into slavery. Never. They never went on ships into slavery. They're not the borrowers. They're actually the lenders. So this curse actually fit us. And because we're so caught up with everyday life, carnality, we're not seeing the writing on the wall. Popeye, once again, have a motherfucking a meal, chicken tenders, and the sauce is called voodoo sauce. Now, I'm from the West Indies, and we know about voodoo. Okay, if you're from Africa or Haiti, you know about voodoo. Here in the United States of America, a lot of these white people are into witchcraft. They have visited Africa, and they have picked up the tradition of the African and the Haitian, and they have literally been using that shit against us. They have mastered this shit. Why you think Trump have all these Republicans bewitched? Following suit. Despite what this motherfucker is doing, they still support him. Other than, of course, one of the obvious things is that because he facilitates white supremacy. But the reason why Trump is able to get away with what he got away with, because he has mastered the art of witchcraft. And I know it sounds stupid, and I know it sounds crazy to you niggas, but listen, it's for real, for real. The Bible said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, right? Principality is spirituality. There's a lot of forces out there that's fighting against black people. They're doing drive-by in our community using black face masks and hoodies. You think it's black on black crime? No, family. It's these fucking devils, mercenary devils on the weekends, especially when there's a function going on in our community. Or around the holiday season. That's whenever we having some kind of function. You always notice that there's always a drive-by. Why do our people wait till a holiday or some kind of weekend to kill each other? Why we don't kill each other every day if it's a gang related murder? Why we only wait till when there's a function, a large gathering of black folks? Think about it. It's a lot of things going on behind the scene, and this chicken sandwich is the new anomaly. Family, stay away from fucking Popeyes at right about now. It's not that serious. Go to KFC if y'all want to eat that nasty ass produce food and shit. That shit that's processed. These fucking chicken that they have running around eating all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they a lot of these food coming from China. China is the nastiest fucking place for them to import food. I've seen videos how they prepare the food in China and send here to the United States of America. The Chinese do not like Americans. They hate us. They're the one that's facilitating the opioid epidemic and all that shit. They will send shit even in the motherfucking jewelry. I remember like a couple years ago, I used to sell costume jewelry. I used to sell clothing and shit. And I remember like people used to complain about the costume jewelry that I was selling, that the shit was making they have hives on their necks and, have like rashes on their neck and shit. And I started to research because I'm a researcher. And I said, and I Googled this shit, come to find out they banned some of these costume jewelry that China was importing to the United States or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they was putting chemicals in there to fuck with the people that was buying the shit. And I had to like stop selling the shit because I was selling it primarily to my people. I didn't have that much white customer. I would have continued to sell the shit. But I had to stop selling the shit. So family, I'm telling you, even the motherfucking maxi pad that y'all use, a cheap brand, they're spraying chemicals on the shit. That's why a lot of our women are getting ovarian cancer, having issues down there, because they're fucking with your reproductive organs. And they start from your vagina area. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all put these, I'm not no, I know a lot because I got 5 sisters. So I hear a lot of shit. Y'all squeeze that shit up in y'all, what they call douche. You don't know what you're putting up inside of you. And that's why a lot of our women are getting sterile and shit, or having issues at birth, or having these babies that's coming out with autism and shit. Family, let me tell you something, man. We at war with these devils. I'm telling you. And if you don't really have to go to a Popeyes, a McDonald's, or a Burger King. Learn to cook. Go on YouTube and shit if you don't know how to cook. And they tell you how to do, how to cook. They teach you the ingredients that you need to put in your food and how to prepare the shit. Stop eating now. That's why a lot of our people, and I know I'm rambling. I am rambling because this shit is important. A lot of our people are obese and shit, having diabetes. Our men having diabetes, and women, even our motherfucking kids having diabetes, because guess what? The food that we're eating is poison. It's poison. The air that we're breathing is poison. The water that we're drinking is poison. They're trying to kill us. I'm telling you, they're trying to even the battlefield because the white population is being depleted, and they're trying to even the battlefield. All right, so I don't know what else I don't know what else I could tell y'all for y'all to be convinced that we need not to go to Popeyes, because it's a possibility. Just that one time you decide to go and see what the chicken sandwich is all about, that might be your last motherfucking time on earth. And sometimes the Most High do give you one. A lot of times we pray to God for answers and shit, and he give you answers, but sometimes we don't want to receive the shit because of from who it's coming to. But let it be a white man say, hey, black folks, you need to stay away from Popeye because they're putting witchcraft on you, or they're bewitching y'all, or putting potion in these food and spells and shit on y'all when y'all eat this food. Y'all probably would listen to them, but when a nigga like me come and report, I get a reporter come and report the shit to y'all, guess what? That nigga talking out his ass. All right, we'll see. Shalom.